Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have this really pretty smoky liner makeup tutorial for you. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieve this look, then please keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to moisturize my skin with the Cetaphil moisturizing lotion. It's just like a small size that I keep in my makeup kit for clients and things like that when I want to moisturize them. So this look is going to be mainly focused on the eyes. I did this look the other day just kind of on a whim on myself, and I thought that it looked so flattering for the daytime, and just like it's like a daytime wearable look that's slightly different, and I guess you can easily elevate it to like a nighttime look. So if you notice, I'm a little bit out of breath because I just came back from a quick workout and I need to get ready, so I thought that I would just film it for you guys, and I really enjoyed this look that I did the other day. I'm applying a Morphe eyeshadow primer to my lid with my finger, just making sure that everything is smoothed out, and I like to make sure that the primer sets itself before I apply my eyeshadows, because it applies a lot easier if you let the base dry. So maybe wait a few seconds for it to dry down before you apply your liner. I'm sorry, I probably have missed a few weeks of videos. If you follow me on Instagram, you would probably see that I've been pretty busy focusing on my businesses and makeup and facials, so I haven't really had a lot of time to film videos, but I'm wanting to get back into the rhythm of things just to, you know, because I don't want to leave you guys out there with nothing on this channel. I really do enjoy making these videos, so I don't want to leave it like I did many years ago when I stopped posting videos. So trying to get back into it, but yes, things were pretty crazy the last couple of weeks with makeup and facials. I've been pretty busy with that, so I'm gonna go back into the video thing. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me during this time. We appreciate you. So I'm actually gonna do this a little bit different today. I'm gonna do my base first. I know, weird, right? But I'm gonna do my base first. I'm gonna use this LA Girl Pro Coverage high definition foundation, and I'm going to use my It Cosmetics buffing brush for this, and just gonna pop some on the back of my hand and apply this to my face, just buffing it in. Just so you guys know, I really like this foundation. A little bit goes a long way, which I can appreciate, as well as it's sort of like a light to medium coverage. It's not super full coverage, so if you're not going for that, this wouldn't be the one for you. But the reason why I like this so much is because of the finish it gives the skin. It's sort of like a really skin-like finish that is very flattering, especially on photography. It looks so like flawless and like your skin, but better. Even though the coverage is not maybe like the most full coverage thing, it's nice to have like a foundation that just looks like skin sometimes, you know. And then if I need coverage, I can build it up little by little, or I can go in with my foundation, or as you guys can see, I will go in with like a powder foundation. I'm going to show you guys that later on in this video. Lay down a nice light layer of foundation, and then my beauty blender, just to make sure everything is blended out, no harsh lines on my foundation. A nice light layer I think is pretty. So then I'm gonna do some concealing. So I'm gonna take two different concealers, the Rare Beauty concealer and then Maybelline Fit Me concealer, just because this concealer is a little bit closer to my skin tone, and then this one's a little bit lighter, so I'm going to use them in different areas of the face for what I want it to do. So I'm gonna apply the Rare Beauty concealer like this, dots on one on the inner corner of my eye and then one on the outer corner, and then also I'm gonna dot it anywhere where I want a little bit more. And then what I'm gonna do is take the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, which is a little lighter, and I'm going to dot this on the inner part of my nose type thing. The tip of my nose, center of my forehead, and the middle of my chin. And I've really been enjoying using like a very fluffy brush to blend out my concealer because I can really manipulate it to go where I want it to go. I'm going to just blend it out and also take the concealer up into this inner corner right there, especially because your girl has not been sleeping very well. We got some darkness up in here. On my nose typically needs a little bit more help than the brush, so I'll just do like a little bit on it, and then I'll go in like the larger areas with the beauty blender in a little bit. But mainly under the eyes, I like to use the brush because it fits like in that little crevice right there, so it helps conceal any darkness there. But then also, since it's like a really light fluffy brush, you're not putting too much pressure onto your under eyes, which can cause premature aging there, but also it helps that concealer look a little bit more flawless under the eyes. Since the skin under the eyes is so delicate, the concealer can look really cakey really fast. So being really gentle with the brush and using like minimal product is ideal for making your under eyes not look as cakey. So then what I'm going to go ahead and do to set my base is I'm going to use MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation. The shade I'm using is NW22, and I like this powder because it just adds like a nice little extra coverage to your base that looks really pretty and flawless. So if you ever like don't want to use a ton of foundation but you feel like you need a little bit more coverage, this is the one to go to. I have a few colors in it for my professional kit just because I like to use it like in areas where people need more coverage. Like typically on women we get a little bit more breakouts like in the mouth area, so you might need a little bit more coverage there. So if I feel like my regular face powder is not covering enough or the foundation didn't cover enough, I'll go in with this baby just like in small sections of the face. I don't like to go too much on the face because it can be cakey really fast, but if you just like spot use it on certain areas of the face, really nice. I'm gonna take the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and not Kat Von D anymore, right? It's KVD Vegan Beauty now. It's not even Kat Von D anymore, but I'm gonna take the yellow and the peach shade, both of those, and I'm gonna run that very lightly under my eyes and also bring it up into that inner corner. It's gonna I'm not using like a ton of products, but just to lightly set our concealer there. And also those yellow tones really help to brighten up any areas of the face where you might have some discoloration. And then sometimes what I like to do is I'll take like a really smaller, fluffier brush and go in with that peachy shade, and I'm just going to like a little closer to my eye just to make sure that we are covering any of those weird blue tones. So then I'm going to bronze up the face a little bit. I'm using the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer. I'm going to apply it like this around the perimeter of my face just to bronze up the skin a little bit, and I like to use like patting motions so that way I don't disrupt the coverage. And then also I've really been enjoying like doing this technique where with barely any product left on my brush, I just like run it on the sides of my nose, and then I kind of like do like this motion where I work in my nose bronzer with my cheek bronzer like this, and I really like that look. It kind of gives you like that really sun-kissed bronzy look to this little portion of your face, like if you've been in the sun for quite some time, which we all know I haven't been, but we'll give the illusion that we have. And I'm going to take a Morphe M441 brush with my bronzer, and I'm running that into the crease of my eye. And when I have barely any product in my brush, I'm going to sweep that under my eye and also sweep that down into my nose just to help with that little bronze there. So now that we have our face looking like this, well, I'm gonna finish off the face just a little bit more. I'm gonna take another MAC Studio Fix powder foundation, but this is in the shade C40, so it's several shades darker than my skin tone and like a really cool toned color. So I'm just gonna use it to lightly contour and chisel out my face. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the main star of the show right now, which is the eyes. If you hear licking, that's my dog licking some water that I just spilled right next to me, so please try to ignore that. I'm gonna use a brown liner. This is the Brocade shade from MAC Technical Liner. And I'm gonna get a little closer to the camera just so you guys can see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to smudge this liner onto my lash line. So I'm gonna take this smaller brush and just kind of like smudge it out slightly. And then on the outer corners of my eyes, I'm gonna go up. See how I'm like working that liner kind of upwards like this? I'm gonna go out slightly a little bit more and then go up. If you want to darken it, just go in a little bit more with the liner and then just kind of like repeat, you know, go blending as you go and then just work that shade up. And then what you can do is I'm gonna take like a blending brush that has no product on it and I'm just going to blend the outer corner slightly more, and I feel like it just looks so feminine and put together. I'm going to also run this on my tight line because my tight line tends to be a little bit more visible than the average person. So, and if you're someone like me that has really light colored eyelashes, it can be weird sometimes not to use, it can look a little off sometimes not to use like an eyeliner or a mascara, but then this look kind of like makes it look like your lashes have a lot more definition. So, and then like when you're smudging it onto your lash line, you don't really have to worry too much about precision just because you're gonna go ahead and smudge it out anyways. So it's really quick and easy. I mean, I say that this is like this daytime look, but you can wear this for the nighttime, definitely. I mean, it's really up to you. And like if you want to transition it and you don't have a lot of time and you want to transition this from like a daytime to a nighttime look, all you gotta do is like pop in a black liner, maybe in your waterline or tight line, and then just darken this liner situation a little bit more. And you can also pop on like a shimmer onto your lid and you have a more nighttime look, which I'm actually gonna do that in this video. I think I'm gonna pop on a shimmer after. I just like how it gives you like this weird kind of like a different kind of dimension to your eyes that's not like your ordinary kind of eyeshadow look. If you want to make this more nighttime appropriate, you can run a slight shimmer over top, which I'm gonna go ahead and do, but I'm gonna do like a really light layer of shimmer. So I'm gonna take this really old Cargo Hands of Hope palette. If you've been following me for a while, you've seen this palette. So I'm gonna take like this really pretty kind of peachy shimmer, and I'm taking on a really fluffy Real Techniques brush, and I'm just gonna run that over my lid, and then take like a darker kind of taupey mauve shade and run that on the outer corner where we smoked out our liner. And honestly, this look is so easy. You can do this in the morning time, like probably in like 5 minutes. Okay, see how fast I just did that? So I do want to make this a little bit more nighttime also, so I'm gonna take like a smudgier brush, and I'm gonna take this KVD Vegan Beauty Shade and Light eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna take this brown shade right here and I'm gonna smudge it to my lash line, and then just kind of like connect it on the outer corners of the top lid Then I'm gonna take like a really light, almost pale white shimmer shade on my pencil brush and apply that to my inner corners of my eyes. And that's pretty much the eyes done. Obviously we're gonna do mascara a little bit later, so I'm gonna finish off the skin. I'm using NYX Ombre Blush in the shade Mauve Me. I'm gonna apply that to the apples and work my way back. You guys know I'm a blush freak, so I kind of like apply blush everywhere. But this one is a really pretty kind of mauve-y look that I feel like goes really pretty with the eyes. And then I'm gonna just curl my lashes really quickly as well. And let's curl them. I feel like curling your lashes is essential for this look as well because it really just opens up the eyes and adds like a really pretty doe-eyed. And then I'm going to pop on some mascara. I'm first applying the Maybelline The Falsies mascara. And then for like a second coat of mascara, I'm going to use this Estee Lauder mascara. Oh, Sumptuous Extreme mascara from Estee Lauder. I'm just gonna like mainly run that on the tips of my lashes because this mascara like adds a lot of length. And as you can see, the curling of the lashes really makes a difference for this look because now our eyelashes look really pronounced and out, so our eyes all together look really pronounced. I'm gonna finish off my brows. I'm using this MAC brow styler and I bought a different shade because I feel like the one that I've been using is a little too light for me. So I got a slightly different shade. Yeah, it's in the shade Stylized. It's a little bit more taupey, which I think looks really nice for my brows personally because I have really blonde highlighted hair. Oh, no, I forgot a step. So the other day when I did this look, I actually did the brow powder first. So I'm going to use NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder. And I just kind of like went in lightly into the brows first with the brow powder. It makes a difference, trust me, it makes a difference. The majority of the filling I did it with the brow cake powder. Have you guys seen that new fluffy brow technique that is on everywhere? I feel like it looks really pretty on some people, but I don't feel like it looks nice on me personally just because my brows are not very uniform. Like, I feel like that looks nice if your brows are like really trimmed and have been trimmed for a long time, so that when you brush them up they look kind of like uniform. But my brows, I trim them myself and so when I brush them up they're not uniform like that. They're a little bit more bushy and a little bit more untamed. I'm gonna use the pencil now. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take that shimmery shade that we use on our inner corners, just like a little bit on my highlighter brush, just to highlight the tops of the cheekbones slightly. And then I'm going to take some of that highlighter as well, or that like shimmery shade that we used. I'm going to pop it like on the brow bone. Now we're going to do our lipstick. So when I did this look the other day, I didn't really use a lipstick. I just kind of like used a lip balm. Which you can totally do if you want. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna do a lipstick. But if you want it to be more daytime wearable, then just use a lip balm. I'm gonna use a lip liner in the shade Forever Bare from LA Girl, and I've really been enjoying overlining my lips, you guys. You'll see. I don't like to go too crazy with it. If you line like really close to your lip line, and then kind of like just kind of feather it out slightly, you get this really natural overlined lip kind of look. I'll show you. So when I do my lip liner, I have like the basic line down, and then I'll just kind of like lightly feather over the lines, and it'll just like naturally go slightly over and overline the lips without looking too crazy like some people do. So I'm gonna use a lipstick, and this is a Smashbox Be Legendary lipstick in the shade Stylish Matte. And I don't want it to be like a super opaque application. I kind of want it to be like a really light application. So I'm going to do like this really patting motion. Look. Like that. Since I'm a gloss girl, I'm going to take NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. You guys know it's my favorite nude lip gloss. So I'm going to also use this like in a way that's going to help my lips look a little bit more overlined. I got this technique from Scott Barnes. So you can just, you apply your lip gloss, right? And then if you just like slightly feather it out like this, just really more of like in a controlled feather. You don't want to get your lip gloss everywhere. Your lips look a little bit more plumper and a little bit more juicy. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumbs up this video. And also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Hope you guys enjoyed this look, and please tag me in any recreations that you have. And make sure you check out the description box where I have stuff linked, and you can shop my links if you want to. Some of them may be affiliate links from which I earn a small commission off your purchase. You don't have to use them, but they're there in case you want to. But thanks for watching. Bye.